And there is a distance that he has placed between the artist, Leonard Nimoy, and the part of Mr. Spock, that for him to have said that is quite an enormous change.
Yeah.
Why did you change? If you went as Mr. Spock in those 3 months in the air, why did you change? What made you decide not to ever do it again?
I really didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't know what it was all about. I wanted to explore it and find out what this was about, what it would be like to be amongst people on the streets of an American city at that time. Oh, there was one other time when I'll tell you about it, when I was on the street as Mr. Spock, but it was quite different. But I wanted to find out what it might be like. I wanted to find out how people would react to the character. I thought I might learn something. I thought it would be nice for the people to see Spock and maybe, enjoy that. But it was bizarre. I think they really didn't know whether to touch me or not touch me, and they didn't quite know how I would react, and I didn't quite know how I should react.
But did you think that was the way to make a public appearance? I mean, did you think that they wouldn't ask you as Leonard Nimoy but wanted you as the character?
I guess probably you're right. I guess probably that was part of it. I thought they know me as Spock, and if I don't come as Spock, they won't have any way of relating to me. They have no idea who I am. I said, well, who's that? I thought we came to see Spock, So, you understand that, don't you? Yeah.
Sure we do.
One time, I remember I had a very severe tooth problem. And I had been seeing a particular dentist, and I was in a lot of pain one day. I don't know if you remember this. I had to get off the set. I called my dentist. I said, I'm having a lot of pain on this tooth that he'd been working on. And the dentist was on vacation. And there was a lady who took the call. She said, your dentist, Dr. So-and-so, is not here, but there's another doctor in the office covering his patients. If you want to come in, he'll see you. So I said, okay, I will. And I went to this office. I walked off the stage as Spock, got into my car as Spock, drove up onto Sunset Boulevard and parked the car right in front of this building. And I stepped out of the car and walked across the sidewalk. Nobody blinked an eye. This is true. Now, I walked into this building. I stepped into the elevator with a whole bunch of people, and it got very quiet in the elevator. I pressed the button for the floor. I got off of the appropriate floor, floor 10 or whatever it was, and I walked to this office. I opened the door. There was a lady who was sitting there writing as I walked in, as I recall. And I walked in, and I stood there in front of her, and she looked up, and she looked right back down to the paper. But right on right. She said, yes, what can I do for you? And I said, my name is Leonard Nimoy. I called about my tooth. She said, okay, sit there. The doctor will be with you in a few moments. I sat down. Not a word was spoken. Eventually, she said, the doctor will see you now. Walked me in. I met this dentist, and he said, hello, I'm Dr. So-and-so. And I said, how do you do? I'm Leonard Nimoy. I said, fine. Please sit down. Show me where the problem is. I sat down. And he went to work on my tooth, worked on me for about a half hour. And they said, if you have any more trouble, call Dr. So-and-so, who will be back from vacation. They never said a word to me about what is this? What are you doing? Who are you? Are you crazy? Are you sane? Are you safe to be around? Is it safe to touch you? Can you imagine what they said about me after I walked out the door? It's the only other time I went out as Spock in public.
We had another experience with non-doctors that you and I shared, along with DeForest, as a matter of fact. We have spent hours, as you can imagine, hours upon hours in the makeup room. And everybody, the three of us, every so often look off a far away look in our ears.
Why does he do that? I told you he's not a nice guy.
Can I share this with you? I didn't mean to say ears. I meant to say eyes. We've been talking about your ears for an hour and a half now, and just the word came out of my... The faraway look in our eyes. And one day I said to Leonard, do you have a ringing in your ears? And he said, yes, I do. Do you? I said, yes, I do. And DeForest said, so do I. And we looked at each other. We have tinnitus, the three of us. That's a ringing, a constant ringing in the ears. And Leonard said, I know where it's from. We were all on a set. Do you remember the episode?
No, I do not remember the episode, no.
And the special effects guy had to make an explosion on the set. So he put some powder, and special effects, as we all know from the headlines, from people who've been killed, is more of an art than a science. I mean, they're kind of guessing at what they're doing. So this guy put a load of powder in the thing. The three of us
in a big barrel.
Oh, yeah, it's in a barrel. Well, Spock, I think we'll, step over this barrel now, Spock. Boom. And explosion. And we were in an enclosed space. Well, the idiot was supposed to have cracked the doors in the soundstage. He never did. There was like an implosion.
The concussion hit us in the ear, yeah.
And the three of us went like this, and we all trotted off to the same doctor, all in makeup. The guy looked in Leonard's ear and saw all the way through. Okay, listen. Listen to me. It's 10 to 10. We've been here a long time. On the other hand, listen, you take that corner, I'll take this corner. I want to thank you very much for coming. It's been a pleasure to be here. This has been as enjoyable an experience for me as it has been for Leonard. I hope it's been as much fun for you as it has been for me. Thank you.
Listen, very seriously, wait a minute. Very seriously, I would feel a little shortchanged if I didn't get a chance to say to you that we are a couple of very, very grateful people. All of us on Star Trek are extremely grateful to all of you who have been so supportive. We always know that you're there waiting for the work that we do. We always know that you enjoy the good stuff and you forgive us the mistakes that we make. We know that without you, we could not have survived all this time and had this wonderful ride. You have enriched our lives. We hope we've given something back to you. Thank you very, very much. May you all live long and prosper. Thank you. Thank you. Seven.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.